how is a Chapter 13 bankruptcy different from debt settlement or debt management? First, I want to remind everybody that there are two types of bankruptcies. There's a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is an easy bankruptcy. All of your credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, that kind of debt just goes away. But in order to file a Chapter 7, the first thing that you need to do is be below an income limit based on your household size and your state. I've got lots of videos about that. But assuming your household income is above the income limits, then your only option to deal with your unmanageable debt would be to look at a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you're paying back some or all of what you owe in that 13 plan. So why would a Chapter 13 be any better than just doing debt settlement or debt consolidation? And the answer is because there's no laws that are in place in America that require your creditors to accept less than what you owe them without a court order. Debt settlement companies and debt management companies do not have any special powers to force a creditor to accept less than what you owe. And the problem is they're all for-profit companies that are trying to make money off of you by scamming you into believing that you can pay them one price and all your debts are going to go away. But the reality is it usually doesn't work. Every single week as a bankruptcy lawyer, I'm filing bankruptcy for people who were in a debt consolidation program who got sued by one or more of their creditors who weren't on board with the plan that they thought that they were in. Okay, so that's number one problem. But secondly, the reason bankruptcy is better than debt consolidation every day of the week is because if you are in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy because you make too much money to file a Chapter 7, then you're only going to pay into the 13 that which you can afford to pay after all of your expenses are taken care of. So when you're in a Chapter 13, your payment is designed around what your mortgage is, what your car payment is, what your insurance is, how much it costs to feed your family, the special needs that your family might have, medical needs or daycare, or somebody's paying child support outside of the home. Your Chapter 13 plan takes all of those things into consideration, and that's how your payment is generated. When you are in a debt consolidation plan, there's no priority for your needs. The two most important parts of a Chapter 13 are, number one, your compounding interest completely stops. And number two, you're only in it for 5 years. You're paying what you can afford to pay for 5 years only. And at the end of 5 years, whatever you could not afford to pay goes away. That doesn't happen in debt settlement. There's no guarantees. And my client last week was paying $755 for 11 months in a debt consolidation program, only to be sued by Discover, and they were going to execute a wage garnishment at 25%. So while my client was paying out the front end, he's getting sued up the backside, and he's going to be garnished. So he's wasted 11 months, over $8,000, and now he still has to pay me for a bankruptcy. If he'd just come to me 11 months ago, we'd have saved him all of this money and all of this time. And that's why a Chapter 13 is better. There you go.